Hey, it's Dave Learns AI. We are here again live from Skutch Studios in the beautiful neighborhood of Old Fourth Ward.
I'd say Inman Park.
Would you?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would.
So the Switchyard's right down the street is called Old Fourth Ward. Is
But
it
there's
not?
also the Inman Park Battleground.
Well, we'll
Just
have
made
to
that
ask
up.
somebody.
There's not a battleground called Inman Park.
Anyway,
Battleground.
that's where we're at. That's where we're recording here at the Skutch Studios. I am Dave Clapper here with Nick Tapp, founder and CEO and CMO and CGO and CTO
and rock and roll.
Yeah, you're all the C's and the O's.
R2D2O.
C3PO.
C3PO is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But I'm dumb.
I said all the C's and you're like R2D2.
I know, man. Look, it's 9 p.m.
Late in the day.
It's midnight.
Oh, it's always so late. Anyway, I'm Dave Clapper, Nick Tapp. Together, we are part of the Taptico team. We are part of your evolution of your business, marketing, back-end, AI implementation. That's what we do. That's why we're here. And we have this podcast to kind of train me up a little bit. That's kind of the concept. That is the concept. And then in turn, teaching you some of the tools, some of the talk. I mean, there's a lot going on in the AI
That was a
world.
long way to say that Dave's dumb, and we're teaching him not be dumb, but only in the AI part.
So it's funny because I sent one of the last podcasts to one of my high school friends, probably one of the oldest friends I have. Not oldest in age.
Like 90?
No, but like the longest. We've been friends since like 7th grade.
Wow.
You can imagine.
They had grades when you were that young?
Yeah, and mine were all A's.
Nerd.
But anyway, I sent it, and he's like, I'm not comfortable with these people calling you dumb. I'm like, wow, man, look at that. My buddy from 7th grade is going. He wants to come and protect me,
Really?
and he works out too. So
Does he?
He does.
Tribble.
He's not the one calling me names.
I'm not calling you name. It's just a personality trait. Just kidding. Dave's not dumb. He's brilliant. I wouldn't have had him as a business partner if he wasn't.
That's true. Anyway, so we won't talk anymore about what the show is because it doesn't really matter. The goal is to teach you like I learn and how everybody learns. And I'm thinking about, we get this daily rundown. It's this like AI rundown that comes into my inbox every day. And it's pretty amazing because like any other newsletter that's a daily newsletter, whether or not it's a local newspaper or Alt Weekly that sends a daily chime in or whatever, it every day says, here's the latest. Here's what's going on in the AI world. I saw something today that struck my fancy, and then we'll get into the rest of the conversation about what using AI, that you can't lose your personality within it, that it really matters that there's still some quirkiness, there's weirdness, because AI can tend to flatten everything, make it one-dimensional,
Right.
maybe two-dimensional. We're in a 3-4-dimensional world.
Yep.
So you can't just rely on AI to be your creative too. But what I noticed in this today was that they have just said that by December, they are going to take the restrictions off for 18 plus users for ChatGPT to be able to have more intimate relationships that will, i.e., in turn, turned into sexual and pornographic relationships with your chat. ChatGPT.
Wow. I hadn't heard
You
that.
didn't see it? It was
No.
just today. Just today in
Wow.
the email, yeah. So by December, apparently, Grok was the first one to kind of go.
It's called companions on Grok.
Yeah, so you can create a companion on Grok, and you can
Have a girlfriend or a little fox. They've got animals, anime.
yeah. So apparently, ChatGPT wants to lead in every angle. Like, is even in that one going, we're not going to lose to Elon here.
Well, it's weird because ChatGPT is like the adult version of AI because they have so many guardrails and things that you can't. For instance, I was prompting for a photo of a ginger-haired superhero
Why?
saving a woman
Yeah.
falling from a burning building.
Yeah.
And it literally created. I watched it create the image, and then it said, "Sorry, that goes against our guidelines because it might make women feel uncomfortable."
Some might say that as a leader, it's better to let other people make mistakes.
What Apple does.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you guys go out and do all that stuff, and we'll see if it works. And if it does, well, we'll start utilizing it too, and then figure out how we can control it or keep it on the rails or
Right.
whatever.
It helps if you have 800 million users already. So it's like
Yeah.
ChatGPT is becoming the mainstream, like Apple or like VHS back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Like as soon as VHS
Like
came out-
Google, I mean, really.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
nobody uses Firefox.
right?
Uh,
Or Bing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. So ChatGPT is becoming that behemoth that as soon as it takes on kind of a characteristic of a smaller LLM or AI model, that will then become mainstream.
Yeah.
Or do like what Facebook does is just buy up their competition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I just thought that was really interesting and, somewhat terrifying. We talked, I think, in an episode before where there was a guy who had a long-term relationship with his ChatGPT companion bot, whatever,
his
and
name was Nick.
and it came to pretty much the end of its memory, and like she died for the most part, and he had to rebuild it with all the information that he had. And it was just talking to, chit-chatting. It wasn't a sexual thing.
Right.
But now
Just a companion.
ChatGPT is saying, I'm sorry?
Just a companion.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone is buzzing and I'm turning it off.
You checking your messages right now?
No, I want to see if Blake texted.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I saw that, and every day there's other information about many of the other new tools, because there's a new tool and then new partnerships. In the same one I saw where Walmart is going to be the first retailer to sell their products on ChatGPT. So, if you're searching for something, Walmart can serve it. You can buy it directly there and have it sent to your house.
Yep, that's becoming a thing.
So-
GPT shops.
Yep. So, I mean, just the ever-changing landscape of AI, and that's ultimately kind of what we try to talk about here, and grasp all the changes in hopes that we can keep you informed enough to know what you're talking about or where to look.
Right. There's just an overwhelming amount of things out there, and we've done a lot of work to figure out which ones we like best, and we'll continue doing the work and talking about them here and saying, don't bother or rock and roll with it.
Yeah, it's interesting. We found recently in a meeting that we had with one of our clients, and in the beginning stages, we were starting to play around with a product called Gamma, and Gamma is a slideshow builder. It's kind of like PowerPoint, but like modern. PowerPoint still kind of feels like it's
coded in 1998.
Yeah, I mean, it does what you need it to. A lot of people are happy with it, but Gamma can just take it to the next level. Anyway, this client is now utilizing it and going, wow, this is quite a tool. Said he had some knowledge of it before, but seeing how we implement and how we utilize this stuff made him go, okay, I think I can utilize this better for what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
And I just use that as an example in regards to, us being able to show tools that could potentially help your business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is that a question or?
No.
That's right, Dave. Back to you. This is great because I wasn't fully prepared again today. So Dave is rocking and rolling.
It's becoming a regular. It's becoming
been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah,
been a busy couple of weeks.
It's about to get busier, man. So that's one of the things about when you start a business. It's slow in the beginning, but yet you're trying to figure out all the process.
You're trying to lay down your we can get into that too. You're trying to lay down the processes. You're building something from scratch, and when there are a million things you could focus in on, it's hard to pick just one. And then when you do pick one, then you try to, shiny object syndrome, like, oh, maybe we could do this too. Let's focus on what the thing is. What is the thing?
Yeah.
So once you find that thing and you figure out what it is, then with AI, we're continuously learning. It's a full-time job to learn. Like Dave just taught me something about ChatGPT having like Pornhub style stuff on there, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how fast it changes. And we're paying attention. So if you have a small business or a company or you're a real estate agent, you don't have time to pay attention. So that's where we come in. That's kind of the service we provide, is we keep an eye out for things. And if you're working with us, we know the kind of tools that you need, and then we'll bring them to you.
So one of the things that we talked about in preparation for this show is that, so many content creators, so many business owners are utilizing ChatGPT in ways that are effective, but sometimes lose the soul.
Right.
And, Tribble always talks about the human in a loop, and that's really where the soul comes from. Can you tell me and teach me a little bit on how, what are the best practices to go, hey, I want to use these tools, but I don't want it to feel flat?
So, if anyone out there, he's a marketer. Dave is a brilliant brand marketing guy, by the way. That's why he works with us. So, it's just the AI part he's learning. So you probably have some good insight on this, but a throwback. So I ran the marketing for a restaurant called Gusto here in Atlanta, and when the pandemic hit, we had a social media company that did what I'll call like GPT style photos, and
Yeah.
you'll know what I'm talking about. The brightly colored, the food looks perfect, everything's well lit. They have felt hats on, and it's a bunch of like ivy backgrounds, and just all of these really refined and polished images.
Yeah.
They don't connect with people.
Yeah.
But we were paying a pretty penny for a social media agency. There was a photo shoot every month, and we highlighted all the dishes we had and all that stuff. But when the pandemic hit, we had to tighten our belts because we didn't know if we were going to be making any money because our dining rooms were closed.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to basically put them on sabbatical until we knew what was happening. So it became Nate Hibble, the founder of Gusto, and I just being silly on camera.
Right.
And posting things in the moment when we were in the moment. And our following just exploded. The interaction just exploded because we were being authentic,
Right.
and it's like we would be in a meeting and be like, hey, let's put this on Instagram, and we'd just do a selfie camera and do it that way. And people loved it, and it gave people kind of a behind the scenes look behind a brand. People still crave human connection. AI is not human.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why we're doing this is because this is authentic. We're not saying that we have all of the answers. We're saying that we have a lot of the answers, and the answers we don't have, we're still learning too, because the answers are changing every 3 days, it seems like. So all that to say that moving into a world where almost everyone will be using AI, it'll start looking and sounding and feeling the same.
Yeah.
So the differentiator that brands are going to have to use and lean into is their own quirks, their own weirdness, their own personalities.
So, that makes me think about, this transition. So there's going to be this transition where people are going to, business owners are going to be like, oh, ChatGPT makes, or AI makes it easy. I can do this. And then maybe cut down on the creative angle of it, because it's like, well, I can do this. I can create. I can go into this app and I can create 25 posts on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. And look what I just did.
Right.
But it's kind of like, it's like cutting out the personality that you would if you hired somebody specifically who was your brand ambassador.
Right.
That was your person. That was your face. That one had the creative. I could probably write a skit for Saturday Night Live using an LLM.
Mm-hmm.
And I could turn it into Lorne Michaels, and he would look at it and go, okay, but what's going to make it funny?
Right.
Well, it's the actors who are going to make it
Right.
funny.
Yeah.
They're not going to be.
That's a good analogy, actually.
Yeah. Wow, I'm getting there.
Yeah. Dave learns analogies.
So, I think it's really important as people are, because you'll find that when we're even talking to prospective clients or, current clients going, I could have done that. Okay, but you didn't.
Right. Well, that and Josh Allen walks out and throws a football 60 yards. He makes it look easy.
Yeah.
Because it's Josh Allen. I'm not saying that we're Josh Allen. We're more of I'd say more of a Aaron Rodgers.
That's pretty good. That's a Hall of Famer, dude.
I know.
See
what I did there?
Yeah, I like it.
But that's the deal.
Yeah.
He makes it look easy to throw a ball 60, 70 yards. But he also has been working on it for a long, long, long time.
Yeah.
I could cut my own hair if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's not it's not going to look good.
But we don't ever see your hair because you're always wearing a baseball cap, so it doesn't really matter.
I just don't want you to feel bad, Dave.
Thank you. Always looking out for me.
That's right.
That's love.
Yeah. But so authenticity and like part of us, right? We're doing it, obviously. We are out here trying to get our name out, our brand out, and we're out here acting like dummies.
Yeah.
So we're authentic.
Well, yeah, I think, I think that being courageous is always going to be the key to any business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you stop on when you're scrolling? It's usually something that is like ridiculous.
Right.
Or something that you're attracted to, whether or not be a female or a car or something, that a band or something like that. Just the general monotony of what people put out there because they're told they have to do social media.
That's called slop.
Yeah, and it's just and it's just lazy in a lot of ways. Yeah. Like you're just all right. I just need to put something.
We just need to post something today.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sometimes not posting is better than posting.
Absolutely. I mean, because ultimately you're trying to have a connection with a brand, and the key is to have a brand that has some heartbeat.
Right.
Tribble sent us this piece. It was Shirley Manson of Garbage. Did you watch it?
No.
So Shirley Manson is the lead singer of Garbage. Garbage is a 90s band. Had that hit. I'm only happy when it rains.
I'm only happy when
that's about as good as it gets. Anyway, so
what was that last?
That's as good as it
I'm just gonna get a bit. If you guys watch this with closed captions turned on, please screen cap and send them to us.
Yeah, I want to know what that said. But she was talking to a crowd in Denver, and she was like, they broke it down. She's like actually talking, and she's like, "Hey, this might be the last time we'll play here. And it's not because we don't love you, but it's because the music industry has changed. The music industry has changed. Bands like us, we don't make any money. Like it's really, really hard to make it. Everybody's getting rich. Record companies are getting rich. Promoters are getting rich. Merch companies are getting rich. And the artist is really struggling. And the point I think that stuck out to me in kind of how and what we're talking about is kind of being weird is she's like, be a weirdo. Like go out, be a weirdo, like be something special, be something unique because you have passion for what you do. And just to kind of stand out, I think what she said, if you're not a weirdo, you're just white bread. Which I thought, weirdo, D-O-U-G-H.
Oh, do you think she...
I don't know if she meant to do that, but I was like, that was really clever.
Yeah.
And I think the point is, is just you've got somebody who's living this life and she's seeing artists that maybe are as talented as she is, but going on and being billionaires, but they're doing it out without the soul in a lot of cases, without the, the passion.
Right. It's almost like a chain restaurant versus a one-off mom and pop's restaurant.
Who are always trying a little bit harder, typically.
Yeah, and hungrier. And, a chain restaurant is all about the margin and the bottom line and all that stuff. And, granted, some of them have good food. Like I know you're a huge fan of Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
This guy can't get enough of the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
If you ever can't find him, he's at the little counter at the Cheesecake Factory with all the cheesecakes. But besides... Just kidding. He's no idea if he's even been to a Cheesecake Factory.
It's been a long, long time.
But that's kind of what it's like, right? Like it's like a mom and pop restaurants that have their recipes and their specialties, and it's maybe it was their parents or maybe the third generation or whatever. That's their whole life and their whole soul. Whereas a corporation comes in and kind of cleans house and wants to like the Cracker Barrel kind of thing, wants to clean everything out and stay up with the times or whatever, but the authenticity gets washed away in that.
I'm not surprised that the last couple of conversations that not only you and I have had, but also Tribble and I have become a little less AI driven or focused and kind of more to what really we do. And that's like branding and marketing and like the importance and value of it. It is definitely a huge part of who we are and why we form this business. That's why we say we're fractional CMOs. Like, let us come in, create a marketing strategy. If you need some help creating that brand that is a little off kilter, you got the right guys,
right.
And then utilize the AI tools to help implement business structure, help implement The social content.
That was a weird way you just said implement. Implement. Not just implement, but implement. It's fresher.
So, I don't know, if you know this about me, but sometimes I just talk and I don't know what I'm saying. So I could be halfway through the word and then realize I'm in that word and go, I got to finish that word.
I got it. I've noticed that before, huh? But there's a new drinking game. Every time Dave says potentially or ultimately, you have to drink.
I really?
Yeah. And then anytime that I say long
story short.
Long story short.
Yeah. But my wife always says I say kinda really a lot.
I haven't noticed that.
Kinda really, which is counterproductive. Like, kinda or really.
Right.
Or really kinda.
It's an oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
Mm-hmm.
That's anyway.
Yeah. So weirdness, there it is. and yeah, but like, because AI, who knows? Like, I feel like it's going to settle into a spot where, okay, it's a tool. People that know how to use it, everyone needs to learn how to use it. It's going to be a thing. Trillions of dollars, trillions are being invested into America for AI. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. You can get mad about it. You can yell about it. You can gripe about it. It's not going to change the fact. You got to face the fact that it's going to be around. So all you can do is embrace it. And if you're not embracing it and you're still in the workforce, you might be in trouble.
Yeah.
I would say to all the recent college grads and the college guys, be learning it on your own if they're not teaching in college yet. I don't even know if they have curriculum yet.
Oh, I'm sure they've got some AI programs.
I hope so. But it's like as soon as they get out,
it'll be
it's all different. So,
well, I mean, that's how a lot of what you learn in college is anyway.
True.
I mean, unless you're like an art major, an art history major.
Or a Starbucks barista
major.
That's what that we call that.
I think it's a barista.
Barista, yeah. Okay. I'm not that fancy, man. I get a Waffle House coffee.
Well, next week when you come back, Nick will have prepped, and maybe we'll talk about something.
If there's something that you want to hear.
Yeah, if there's something you want to learn.
There we go.
Yeah, ask us.
Yeah, so we are going to be I think, what episode are we on right now?
13, 14, 20?
20.
Wow.
Episode 20. So at some point, we're going to break it into seasons, right? That's what most podcasts do, take maybe a little bit of a hiatus. And I do know that we're going to start bringing in some guests, which will be cool. But I would love to do live Q&As at some point, maybe on Instagram.
Yeah.
And people could challenge us, we could really show off what we do in real time. But if there are tools that you guys want to hear about, let us know. Shoot us an email, DM us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. We're going to keep doing this, and we want to evolve, because Dave is learning AI at a rapid pace. So
we're gonna need to change the focus of the show a little bit.
Yeah, so we can help you guys learn more.
But like we keep saying, it's good to learn it, but it's ever changing. So there'll always be something new to learn.
There'll always be something new.
So that's it for another episode of Dave Learns AI. Nick, Dave, you want anything, need anything from us, Taptico.co. Thanks to Marnie and Pete, Skutch Media here in Old Fourth Ward / Inman Park.
Inman Park.
Call them if you have any needs of putting together your podcast, the SEO of getting your information and your show out, production, post-production. What's great about them is they're like us. They won't turn down business, and they'll always say yes.
And they're fun and cool.
Well, yeah. I love
And they
them.
also have two amazing dogs. They're the sweetest things in the world.
Anyway, we'll see you next time.